Welcome one and all to this 10th episode of D&D, where daddy and daughter code together. I'm Mike.
And I'm Zoe.
And today we're going to be working on more animations for our little guys, right? So let's show them what it is that we have for now. Maximize and play. Here's the controller. Let's take a look. Look at them walk. They're walking about, and we can jump on them and whack them.
And die.
Whacked me. I'm dead. All right. Cool. So let's get going. So in order to do this, we need to go to our models, characters. And the first thing we are going to do is we're going to do a death animation. Okay. So in order to do a death animation, yes, nothing. We'll duplicate this particular animation. So I'm going to click on this plus button, right? So you see it's going to call it walk 1. So call this one death squish. Hit enter. Okay, we're going to hit an F. All right. So it starts in the standing position, which means I'll tell you what, hit A here. A again. Now hold Alt and press R, S, G. That's,
there they go.
Yeah, no, keep Alt still, S, and keep Alt still, G. Perfect. And now press I, and we're gonna say Lockrot scale. Ta-da! All right, so now our little character is there, right in the middle. Okay. Now what we're going to do is very quickly we're going to go squished to almost nothing. So to do that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this one guy, and we're gonna hit S to resize it. Now we're not gonna squish it like this. We're gonna squish it on the Z axis. So hit Z. Just like that. Okay? So it's really, really, really flat.
Then it disappears.
And we're gonna drag it down too, like so. Okay? Now press A for all of them. Again, I, Lockrot scale. So let's see how this looks like if we stop at frame 13. So clearly this needs to be faster, right? Needs to be faster, and I think it needs to jiggle a little bit at the bottom, right? So like that. So this, hit G. Let's move it a bit further. Okay, let's try this again. Even faster. Hit G again. That's probably enough. Yeah. Okay, and now we're gonna duplicate this one. So hit Shift D. Do it again. That's enough. Okay, so this guy over here, we're gonna modify the scale of this one a little bit. So hit S, Z, G. Actually, don't do anything. Okay, good. Now I, Lockrot scale. Okay, let's see how this looks like. See, it's jiggling. Now let's see if we can do something about those eyes to make him look like he's scared. Scared. Okay, hit R to rotate. This is looking a bit dodgy, but alright. Hit R to rotate. Okay, now let's do the mouth. Hit R to rotate. Hit R to rotate.
He does not look scared.
He
looks sad though.
Looks really, really sad, doesn't he? Okay, so hit A to select all. Again, I, Lockrot scale. Okay, here we go. And I think we should do this with these as well. So it's going to be a bit painful, but it's okay. Hit R. Okay, hit R. Oh, wait, maybe when we squeeze them, we should go inwards. Hit R. Hit R. Hit R. Okay, A, I, Lockrot scale. Okay, good work. So let's see here. Okay, see how his eyes go in the middle, and then they sort of return here. We need to go in the middle more. So R again. We should have been more clever with this, but that's okay. R again, and R again. A, I, Perfect. And now this one we can just do. So Shift D. Boop. There we go. Let's see. See, his eyes are like moving about. It's kind of funny. Doing. Okay, so this is the squishy death animation, and that's pretty good. Now another animation that I like to make is the animation of him like hitting the wall and sort of having to reverse.
Okay.
Right? Now, there's a few ways in which we can go about this. Well, first of all, save. Let's save. So Control S, and now hit Enter. Perfect. Now, let's go back to the walk cycle, right? So here's the walk cycle. Whoop, I pressed it backwards. Okay, so there it is, right? And when he hits the wall, we want to do a small bump, so a boom, and then bump backwards, right? What I think we'll simply do is just bump in place. So jump in place. So that should help. That should help.
Okay, well, we need to add a new one before we change the walk.
We
need to add a new one before we change the walk.
Agreed. We're gonna click on the plus button here. Rename this one to turn around. Okay. I'm gonna hit the F. So it's assigned. See, now we have all three. Okay. Now we can take this position, or maybe this position. This one in the middle is probably pretty good. Hit I, lock rod scale right away. Okay. Now hit G. There, we put it right at the beginning. Okay. And we're gonna delete this one. So this also needs to be fast. Okay. Let's see, how fast was our death squish? It ends here, but technically it gets here. So that's a little bit too short, I reckon. So let's stay on 7. Let's go to turn around. Okay, here, and go again, I, lock rod scale. Perfect. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to do a little jump, and maybe we need to squeeze ourselves in the air just a little bit, because it's a bit of a cartoon, right? So we want to do toony things. So let's see here, right in the middle. Okay, hit SZ. Okay, and we could do something silly, like rotate the feet, for instance. Yeah, like this. Or maybe rotate again. Maybe actually up. Can I move them too? Yeah. How about this one? Rotate. Move it up. Okay, that'll do. And now rotate again. But Z. Okay, rotate X. Okay. And rotate Z.
We should change his face too.
Yeah, rotate Y. Okay. Rotate. 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 Rotate.
He's happy.
Yeah. So hit A, select all, again, I, lock rod scale. Okay, good. Let's see how this looks like. Okay. Now, what we should do is we should, in my opinion, just literally do a spin with a character. Like a total 360 spin.
Yeah.
I think that would be quite funny. Okay, so hit G with this. Let's put it here. Okay, now duplicate it. Sure, Shift D. Let's drag it here.
He should spin happily.
G, move it here. Okay.
So.
D, Shift D, duplicate it. Let's drag it here in the middle. Okay, we can. So this is the middle. Okay, G and G. Okay, so this one in the middle is fine, but we need to rotate it. So hit R, Z, and 180. Okay. Now I, lock rod scale. Now R, Z, 90. I, lock rod scale. R, Z, 270. Enter. I, lock rod scale. Okay, let's see how this looks like. Okay, so I think there are errors. I don't know if there's a way to slow down the speed. I don't know what this is. Current frame. We can... Yeah, so there's a problem. It's re-rotating backwards. Here. This one here. Because of quaternions is my guess. So this one here is completely wrong. So hit RZ180. Sorry, 180. Okay, I Lockrot scale. Yeah, so I'm a little bit afraid because there's a very serious risk that this won't actually work. So, okay, I think we need to squeeze them a little bit more here. So hit SZ. I Lockrot scale. I Lockrot scale. So it definitely looks a little dodgy, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Because it's a cube enemy.
I think it's correct though. I think it's fine. Well, we could rotate in a completely different way, which means we could do sort of a sideways somersault. I think that would possibly work okay. So let's delete this one, and this one. And let's simply do this one and hit RZ 180. Okay, I Lockrot scale. Okay, actually let's do Alt R and now hit I Lockrot scale. Okay, so here we are. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically bounce and turn, right? So right away hit R, Y, let's do -45. G.
He's still frowning.
That's fine. I Lockrot scale. Oh, actually, I just realized. So do this. I Lockrot scale. Now here, and hit R, Y, 180. I Lockrot scale. See how this looks like. Yeah, see? And then he goes back to the same position. We can't have that. So this here, we need to do something a little bit crazy, which is, actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this guy. So Shift D. Okay, now Control C, Control V, flipped on X-axis, I Lockrot scale. Let's see how this works. So and then it goes.
A bit tripping.
Yeah, it goes in the wrong direction from here on. Yeah, I think that the issue here is we need to press this. Ready? R, Y, -360. I Lockrot scale. Try this. Let's see if this is gonna work. Nope, no difference. So yeah,
why is that turning yellow and green?
The green one, the yellow ones are the ones you've saved. The green ones are the ones that are lerped automatically. Okay, so here what we're gonna do is we are going to why?
Two people watching.
Hello, two people. Let's try this. I have no idea whether this is gonna work. No, it's not. It's simply not gonna work. We need to create more frames, unfortunately. Okay, so let's take them from here and then mirror them. Okay, this one's pretty good. So select all, I Lockrot scale. Now duplicate it. Wait. Now do release shift. Okay, now do it. Okay, now here hit Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Flipped on X-axis. I Lockrot scale. Yeah.
Lockrot scale.
Whoa, things.
Stuff.
Yeah, so it's going nuts. We need to control every single frame. It's not gonna work if we don't. So let's do it here. Go I Lockrot scale. And go I Lockrot scale. Yeah, doing the flipperoos, basically without doing it with a control bone, it would be a lot easier, I think. But this will do. Okay, so here we have them all. So now we're gonna duplicate these. So this one, Shift D. This one, Shift D. Okay, and now copy, Control C, Control V, and flip the x-axis and go I, lock rot scale. And this guy over here, Control C, Control V, flip the x-axis, I, lock rot scale. So now this guy will do this. I think we should bounce on the ground. Be kind of funny. Boink. Oh, wait, no, undo, Control Z. Oh, my bad. Oh dear, I hope that... No, we're fine. Yeah.
When you change his face, he's still frowning.
That's fine. It's not that important. Okay, hit I, lock rot scale. Okay, so he's bouncing on the ground. Doink. Doink. So I think we need to lift this one a bit further up. I, lock rot scale. This one a bit further up. I, lock rot scale. And there we go. Let's see. So he's gonna flip. All right.
He needs to end back in the same position so he can keep walking.
He will blend. So there's lurping of all of the bones. You'll see. Okay, so save, Control S. All right, so now we're gonna go to Unity, and we got these animations, but they're not here in the list. So we need to add them. We're gonna add 2, and here instead of default take, we're gonna pick that squish, and here instead of this, we're gonna pick turn around. So now we need to check how long this animation is. Turn around. Okay, it's kind of working. He's spinning a lot. That's kind of funny, actually. It could be an animation in and of itself. So I don't know where it ends. Okay, it's already correctly auto-updating. Doing, 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 doing. Look, the poor guy being squished. Okay, so it's not loopable, this one. Okay, original, original, original. That's not loopable. So apply. And that's the death squish. And turn around. It's not loopable as well. Apply. Okay?
Okay.
Coolio. So we have these.
And look, they're all bent now.
Sure, that's
So
just...
turn around.
I'm fairly sure that they will work now. As soon as we do this. Yeah,
Yep, it's starting to walk already.
yeah, exactly. So now let's go to our little animator here. This is a little bit annoying because we don't have much room. So here's the walker, right? So the walker goes to the walk animation right away. That's fine. Now any state needs to be able to lead to turning around. So we need to be turning around at any point or dying at any point, right? So let's create a state, empty, and let's create another state, empty. So we got 2 of them. Okay, you see these are gray. The orange one is the one that you go by default, that you go to by default. Okay, so here we go. Now any state needs to transition here or here. Now this new state, we're gonna call this one die squish. Yeah, okay.
That thing that could have been an animation, the long looping one, could be the one for the side death. So you get hit, flies to the end of the screen and it dies.
Could work. That could be a good idea. It could work. It could work. So let's see. All right, here's the animation. Now we need to check the transition. Now you see the list is empty, so it doesn't know how to transition. This is a big deal. We need to create a new parameter here. So we're going to create a new parameter, and we're going to choose a trigger. Okay? And here we're going to say die squish. So whenever this one is triggered, we're going to go here. Die squish. Okay? What happens after we die? Nothing. We stay in that animation, and the character just disappears.
Boop. And Unity and the Visual Studio takes care of that.
That's right. Well, Visual Studio doesn't take care of anything. It's our code that takes care of things. Okay, now we need another trigger. Turn around. And this one instead cannot preview I right because we didn't choose an animation. So this state is turn around. The motion is turn around. Okay. The trigger for the thing that leads us to it is turn around. Now what we need to check is the blending. So here, see, it's a little bit too soft.
And also going into the floor.
that's fine. I don't particularly care about that. What we need to do is we need to drastically reduce the amount of time necessary to get to die squish. Okay, that feels much better. Okay, now when you die squish, we're going to stay there. Turn around is going to lead us back to walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how does it lead us back to walk? That's a bit odd.
Yeah, that little bump is a bit odd.
Yeah, well, the problem that we got here is that the turnaround needs to play in full. So we're going to reduce the amount of time and put walk over here.
That's normal.
Sort of. I'd like a little bit more time. Let's see. Yeah, I think that our turnaround animation needs to be a bit better, but that's okay for now. So that's working fairly well. All right, now let's look at the one that we go to turn around. Same as the other one. We're going to make the transition super short. Okay, so it goes, whoa. It turns around right away. Okay, we're good. Nice. All right, so now let's start dealing with these things. Let's start working on them.
Okay.
So our character motor here, okay, should have, or I don't know if it's character motor or the character controller that should control this, because the character motor does all the movements and that's fine.
Which one has turnaround in it?
Not sure. Probably the motor, I'm guessing, but I'm not sure. So let's see, user control, blah blah blah. Walk
AI
control.
turnaround. There it is.
AI turnaround. So it's here.
It
All right.
has.
Yeah, but that's just for the direction. But that's okay. That's just for the input. Yeah, I do think that the controller should have this because the controller should know where the animator is and sort of go, oh, I don't have an animator, sadness. That sort of stuff. So let's create a private. Yeah, space, animator controller or animation controller, I don't remember. Animator controller, I think. Nope.
Animator?
Try animation controller. No. Maybe just animator. Yeah, that's the one. So private animator, call it animator. Semicolon. Okay. Now in start, we're gonna need to set up the animator, and we're gonna try this. We're gonna say animator equals get component, and now I don't remember. Wait a moment. We need to go check. So the player doesn't matter. The animator is going to be in the model, assuming we can find it. There it is. Right. So we're gonna have to check. We're going to say animator, so it's in the model, right? Therefore, we need to go to the model first. So here you put transform dot transform sounds German. Transform dot find, open a round bracket and then a quote. And now you want to type quote. Now you type model. Close quote, close the round, dot. Okay, now get component of type animator. Close, open, close the round, semicolon. Okay, now we need to check if the animator is not null. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this every time we switch animations. Now we have a few types of animations. I think our game managers should keep track of our animations. So let's do here public enum. And call this one animation type. Open a squiggly, enter, close it, save. So let's go with none, just like we have for the rest, equals -1, comma. And now here what we're going to do is we're going to start adding things that are actually useful. So let's go die squish. Squish. You're missing a U. Squish. Okay, and this one is going to be turn around. Just turn around. No, ignore the walk one. That's a cycle. We're going to leave it for now. It's just turn around. We may need it later, but it's not particularly important. Save.
Oops. We need to... Oh.
Just save. Okay, so there are the animations that we've got. And we are going to have to check a bunch of things soon. So let's go to AI turnaround right here. And here we're going to say animator, lowercase banana. It's always lowercase, it's a variable. Animator, there it is, hit tab. Dot, set trigger. One down, open round, quote, turn around, capital T. Close the quote, close the round, semicolon, save. I don't know if we actually need those, enums. So here what you want to say is you want to say if open round animator is not null. Because if the animator is null, we're going to get a crash. Because right now our player has no animations, right? So open squiggly, enter and to close it. Save. Cut this, put it in here. Save. Okay, so that's for turnaround. And then when we get squished, we should have a new public void go die, capital D-I-E. Open round. And we need death types. So we're gonna, this animation, I was completely wrong. We don't need the enum. Rename this enum to death type. Okay, so just put a lower s, squish. Yeah, squish. And for now, let's just leave that because we don't know how many we'll have. So save. Okay, so we are going to request a death type here. Yeah, space D. Close the round. Save. Okay. Now do a switch for D. Switch D. Close, open, enter. Save. Now case, space tab, dot, tab. Colon, enter, enter, break. Break. Okay, so for this we're gonna need some kind of routine because we cannot destroy the creature immediately, but we need to turn it off in general, right? So, but we can't destroy it because remember we usually destroy it here all over the place. We're gonna change that completely. Okay, so here we're gonna create an enumerator. Yeah, space, and call it death routine. Open around. Yeah, capital D, good work. Open around, and you want to feed it death type D. Yep, D. Close the round. Open a squiggly, close, save. Now, the reason why we're going to have this, copy this switch, is because we don't know how various things are going to behave. So this is important. So save here. All right. Actually, now that I think about it, all we need is we need to call death routine. So this switch is kind of redundant. We're going to get rid of this. So here we're going to say, we're going to create a coroutine for the death routine. So create a private coroutine. Coroutine. There it is. Core underscore death routine. Semicolon.
Routine.
Okay, copy this. If no space, but all right. Open, leave it. Open around. Paste is not null. So we're gonna stop the coroutine first in case it's happening twice. Paste is stop. Yeah, stop coroutine.
Stop off.
Open round. Paste. Close. Semicolon. Paste equals start coroutine. Open round. Hit tab. Yeah. Open round.
This is stop.
Oh, my bad. Open round. Copy. Paste. Open round. D. No. D, close, semicolon. Okay, so this is just our trigger, just our start thing. Now we know that it's the death squish. So the first thing we need to do is we need to start with the animation. We're going to check if the animator is not null. So copy this, paste it here. If the animator is not null, I don't remember. We need to check. Die squish, that's what we called it. So D-I-E squish. Save. Okay, so that's the animation starting. And now what we need to do is we need to wait for a certain amount of time, right? And here we don't know how long. So I think each one of these character controllers, actually I think each of the character motors should have information. Maybe we should put this inside the motor. Probably we should put this inside the motor. But then it doesn't know the animator.
But then we can take the animator and put it there.
I'm not sure. Yeah, well, let's leave it here for now. Yeah, but a character motor would be so much better. It knows much more. Yeah, okay, I've changed my mind on everything. Cut this. We're going to put it inside our character motor. It's going to be much more comfy here. Let's just add it here at the bottom. Paste. Save. Okay, so now we're going to have a few errors here.
Well, we're going to take all that.
This
right?
one, we're going to have to request it on the other side. So, who's calling the AI turn on? Hit Control F. Bang, bang. There it is. So this is where it's calling CC AI turnaround. There's quite a few, right? And right here, we are going to do those turnarounds, right? So cut this and paste. Yeah, this is a bit, I'm sure we can be more efficient than this.
Oops.
And you press Control C, you utter potato. All right, where is it?
It's in the character control.
Yeah, it's here. Copy. Paste. Paste. And paste. Save. Okay, so that's one done. I'm not too happy with the repetition, but we'll live for now. So this one can go. Save. Cut these. I don't know that it needs to be public anymore, but okay. Hit Control MO. Paste. Save. It may not need to be public. I don't think it does. I will find out. Now, one problem we've got is in start. There it is. So you want to cut this. Save. Oh, sure, that's fine. And inside setup, paste here. Paste. And you can't copy it again. So can you please stop? Undo. 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 Thanks. Cut. Save. Alright, paste. There we go. Save. Alright, here we go. So this is done. Now we can go back to here. So now we're going to need to wait for a certain amount of time. We don't know how long, right? So that makes a big difference. So here we're going to create a serialized field private float. Private float. And call it death squish. Death squish time. And go equals 2F or something. 2 seconds. Semicolon. Save. Okay. Copy this. And here you're gonna say yield return.
Oops, not tealed.
Tealed. Yield return. New. Wait for seconds. Open round. Paste. Close round. Semicolon. So one thing we still need to do is
press Control
we
D.
need to decide what to do. So first of all, I think we need to turn off the collider. This would be brilliant. Just turn off the collider, and well, our rays will still fire all over the place. So we should probably have some kind of boolean for alive, right? So let's create a boolean right here. Go private bool alive. Alive. Semicolon. Save. Okay, copy this. And when we set up, at the end of setup, paste equals alive. I mean, yeah, true equals alive equals true. Semicolon. Save. All right, so we got alive. Now in fixed update, we're doing a bunch of things, right? We're gonna say this, and then we're gonna add end alive. Okay, so here, put two ends, end, space alive. Save. Okay, now we may need to be more granular in future. For now, it'll do. So if we're alive, so here, if we die from squish, we're gonna save alive equals false. Just paste. Paste equals false. Equals false. Okay, so alive is false. Now, one thing that we're also gonna do is we got the animator doing things, and that's fine. Then we're waiting for a certain amount of time, and then we need to destroy ourselves. But before we do this, I want to turn off our collider. I want to turn off our rigid body. Okay, so we're gonna say cc.enabled equals false. Enabled, yeah, equals false. Semicolon. Yeah, and rb dot is kinematic equals true. Equals true. So we're gonna make a mobile, semicolon, save. So there should be no effect between these colliders to any degree. Right? The collider is gonna be turned off, so it's impossible to hit it with rays. The rays will not be fired out anyway because we turned alive to false. The animator is gonna do the squish animation, there it's gonna stop, and at the end it's going to destroy game object. Yeah, that's it. Close round, semicolon. Okay, now we want to find the other destroys, so hit Control F. Okay. Okay, so enemy side game object. So for this one, we need to go to the enemy side. That's a character controller. Character motor. Enemy side. I'm a little surprised. Character controller, character motor dot enemy side. Oh no, that's the name. I'm a fool. So here you want to say enemy side. Yeah, there it is. So come on. Dot. What did we call it? Motor. So type motor. No, it's not this. Okay, let's go take a look if the motor is private. Yeah. So hit hide in inspector. Yeah. Close the square brackets. Space. Public. Public. Yeah. Save. Actually, it's kind of silly this, but alright. So cm dot die. So die this open round, and now it needs a death type. So give it squish, even though it's wrong. So go death type tab dot squish. Close round. Save.
Whoa, sorry.
Save. Say copy. So let's find the other destroys. Okay, there it is. Destroy enemy game object. So same thing. Paste this here. Replace this with enemy. Yeah. Save. This is a bad function here. Destroy game object. That's fine. That's it. Okay, give it a save. So everything should now work, I think, because we're given that a default value. So quite a few things should work. The routine should play for 2 seconds, then destroy itself. Well, destroy the object. So let's see. Oh, do you see? The character did the spins through.
Yeah.
It works. This doesn't work though on that side, right? So it works when they rotate one way, but not the...
Did you see that?
I did see. It's funny. It's better than I expected. Plop. And then it disappears, right? Plop. Plop. Okay, so we could jump on it twice, which is an issue. Plop. 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 So this is clearly an issue. I think the reason why it's an issue is because the collider is still there. So let's turn on the gizmos. I'm gonna pause this and let's go take a look. So in the scene, this guy, that's the walker. It still has its collider functioning. That's a problem. Oh, I'm silly. The CC is not a character collider, it's the character controller. That's what's going on. For sure. For sure. So we got a rigid body, and this is a character controller. I thought so. So here you're going to create another private. And we're gonna use a generic collider here, so just type collider. And space, call it collider with a lowercase c. Semicolon. Save, copy. Okay, let's go down to setup. In setup, where we set up the rigid body, paste this, equals get component, collider. Collider. So this is quite handy because it can pick any of the primitives. So it can go, actually maybe even any. It could possibly even go to a mesh collider. I'm not sure, frankly. So let's copy this. Hit Control End, this key over here, under the mic. Control End. So we go to the bottom, and instead of CC enabled, paste this. Collider enabled. Save. Okay. So let's first test this. Okay.
And see if we can squash them a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Boink. Boink.
We squash them on top of each other.
No, see, I'm walking right through it. So let's try this one. Nothing. I'm literally walking over them.
I think the wait is a bit too long.
Well, I think it's not looking very interesting. What I think we should do is we should start decreasing the size. Now we could either do it programmatically or we could do it through animation. And I think through animation is a lot cheaper. So we're going to do it through animation. So here's what we're going to do. Let's go to our animation for death squish. Okay. And right here, duplicate this, hold Shift D. Let's go down here, for example. Okay. So frame 13 or something. And here what we're going to do is we're going to select this and hit S0. Okay, hit I lock rod scale. So look at what happens there. And then it disappears. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how the character disappears, and that should really work fairly well. So hit Control S to save. Yeah. And now we're going to go back to Unity, but before we can check this, we need to go to the models and modify our death squish animation because it's now a little longer, right? So what we're going to do is to demo it, we're going to lower the speed reproduction to this. See, and now it squishes, but you see it interrupts it too early. Okay, so here it says end 16. As far as I know, we want to end at 13. Let's see. Let's try 20 and it should default. Oh, it doesn't. I'm surprised by this. It should default to the absolute maximum. So let me take a look at walk. So our walk cycle here, it says it has 12, or turnaround there. Turnaround says it's got 8, from 0 to 8. Let's see turnaround here. First of all, this guy is 1 based, not 0 based. So it goes 1 to 9, so 0 to 8, right? So we need to take the last one minus 1, so 12, not 13, but 12. So let's go back to here and go back to death squish and say 12. Apply. All right, and now this should already automatically work. Let's quickly take a look at the animator, even though it should work. I want to see this. Yeah, this should work. Let's see. Look, it's going to look like this. Oh, that didn't look completely...
Like it disappeared.
Yeah, okay, let's see it in game. Let's see it in game. That's even funnier. But
why is it doing that? Why are they
they're all trying to die. It's very strange. So
It's funny, but
it's funny but wrong. So I'm not sure what's happening here. This is the walk animation. This is the turn around animation. This is the death squish animation. So let's go take a look at the models. I'm confused. Okay. Oh, I think I've changed. No, I don't think I have actually. So death squish. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take death squish and I'm gonna remove it, just in case. I'm gonna add a new one, and tell it, okay, I want you to be death squish. Wait, where's the? There should be a drop down.
default take.
Yeah, I can see that, but I don't see the drop down. There should be a drop down. There isn't. Where is it? Am I stupid or something? I'm sure.
Isn't this the drop down?
No, that's a minus button. It's got nothing to do
No,
with
no,
it.
no, the cog.
No, it's not that. What the hexicles? This doesn't make any sense. Okay, hit Control S to save here. Alright, so could I kindly get my animations in order? Okay, so death squish, it's been reset. And now it looks like it's got it correct. I'm not sure, frankly. Okay, are you guys gonna try and die again?
Yeah.
They're trying to die for some odd reason. At least I think they're trying to die. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna play, pause. We're gonna take any of these characters, we're gonna expand them, go to model, take the walker, and it's doing walk in theory. So let me stop the maximize on play. See, it's doing walk. So the walk animation is doing that. I mean, it's funny, but I don't understand. So let me look at purple here. Yeah, he's not doing the turnaround properly. Like, it's all of the animations got broken in the import from the model. And that's kind of silly. I'm not sure why this has happened. This normally doesn't happen. But all of the animations are gone. So I'm going to simply remove all of them. It's a pain, but I'm not really sure what to do. Apply. So I'm just restarting. Import animation. Apply. Okay, so we got the animations. Now, important one. Okay, default take, and the drop down is not appearing. Unless I'm completely nuts, but I'm almost sure there should be a drop down menu here. I think Unity is going stupid, frankly. Revert. Yeah, so I'm gonna close Unity. I don't know what's happening, but I think it's Unity. I'm really not sure.
Uh-oh.
That's abnormal.
Whoever's watching is being pretty quiet.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's take a look at the model again. Default take. Yeah, well, I don't see a way to change it, mate. This is stupid. I haven't got a clue why this is occurring. I can't change the animations. They're not here anymore. Has the rig gone nuts? I don't think so.
Last time we saved the thing and they appeared.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm telling you. I don't know what the problem is. Import animation. Animation compression. Optimal. Sure, whatever. I don't care. Rotation error. Animated custom properties. I don't know what that is. Here, I'm almost sure there should be a little drop down that tells you, I think this gray bit over here is supposed to be the drop down, but it's not appearing. Dang it, I don't know what's happening. Duplicate characters, so hit Control D. Let's see what happens. Revert, I don't care. Okay, so we got characters 1. Let's take a look at characters 1. Characters 1 has the same problem. Okay, let's delete characters 1. Go to Blender. Go File. Excuse me. Save as. I have no idea what's happening at the moment, so I need to experiment. Whatever. I added an M. Save as Blender file. So now all of a sudden we're gonna have a new character. This one will be imported afresh. Default take.
And no drop down.
Still no drop down. I genuinely don't know. So the default take has become the squishing. And it's the only available...
It's also disappearing properly.
Yeah, but it's the only available animation. That makes no sense whatsoever. Right, this cannot be default take, and there's gotta be a way to change the name, but it's not detecting the animation. So I think that the problem is inside of Blender. Okay, try to Alt S. Okay, hit S. Actually, this is gonna be bad. Hit Shift D. Okay, now S. I'm gonna go very tiny, but not non-existent. Hold Shift. Thanks, release. Hold Shift. Release. Hold Shift. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Hit S. Okay, I lockrod scale. Okay, now save, Control S. Oh, this is in the wrong file also, but whatever.
Let's save the rest of them too.
Let's see. Okay, wait a moment here. So there, we've got the drop down. We've got the drop down. I don't know what happened. So I'm gonna delete characters M. I'm gonna delete the save file. We're gonna go back to character. So there's a problem in Blender. Yeah, looks that way.
Whoa, what was that? Oh, it's just big, and this one's small.
Right. So this one we need to do file save as characters. Okay, so it's been done now. Now it's saving on that file. Now let's see. Maybe making it size 0 made it go crazy. It's not completely impossible. So anyway, now they're all fine, but we need to reset them up. It's a bit abnormal, this. I don't know what happened. So, okay, so this is for walk. Turnaround is not loopable, but we still need to bake everything and keep everything original. We don't want to move the root node. We're going to leave it in place. Apply. Okay, so let's see if our animator is completely broken now. It could be borked. Let's find out. Okay.
Nope.
No, so that squish is here. Turnaround is here. This seems correct. Everything seems fine. Okay, we're a bit lucky. Let's see if things are now working as they should. They are. Okay, so the little characters are moving correctly. Now let's go and squash.
I don't see a walking, and look at the face.
You're right, it's not walking.
The face is wrong, and then and
yeah, so none of the animations are triggering.
All they're doing, I think we should delete that, put it back.
Just relax for a moment. So here we've got death squish, die squish. It should call this. Let me see here this transition. Yeah, okay, this one's happening. Let's go back to like fast speed so I can see what's happening. Show me this transition. Yeah, show me this transition. Yeah, so the walk-in isn't occurring. We're gonna check before we make any decisions this one. So let's see if it's doing its business. Please stop maximizing. Okay, it's theoretically walking, except it isn't. Wowzers. This is well broken. It's like it's looking for a different animation. So I'm just gonna go here and confirm turnaround and hit play. This could be wrong, but whatever. I don't care. Okay, they did turn around at least once. Yeah, so my suspicion is if we now select walk and hit play, it'll work.
It turned around and then walked.
It didn't turn around.
Yes, it did. I saw it.
No, it didn't.
Oh, sorry. The guy
Okay,
hit the wall.
so turn around. I'm gonna select death squish just to make it change its mind. Turn around again. Yeah, this is a very odd problem. First time ever I see it, so sorry if I'm fumbling a bit. Okay, so squish, there we go, we're fine. Let's see what the situation is. Okay, so they're finally walking. We can now test. Let's go. Boink, boink, boink. Now that's looking okay, right?
Yeah, now kill the enemy above.
Oh, wait a moment. I still need to do something about the air movements. I'm not happy with them. Okay, so that's makes...
There's 3 minutes left. Can I try too?
You certainly can, but I'm going to turn off the gizmos first. We don't need to see these.
And see if I can defeat the enemies.
Here you go.
And make them go.
So one last thing I want to do today is fix the animation of the turnaround in the wrong direction. Nice work.
Double kill.
Feels pretty good, no? To squash them.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they are going...
Okay.
You do the double jump. We don't have late Mario jump, which is one of my favorites.
It didn't let me do it.
I know. It doesn't let you do it because you're jumping too late and you're off the platform when you jump for the first time.
Oh.
That's fine. You're also waiting. That makes sense. You're also going to have an animation, right? So at the moment it just plays the squish animation, but who cares? Okay, so that sounds good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fix the turnaround when the turnaround is happening in the wrong direction. Now I haven't done this before, but I think it's possible to have it mirrored. Now I want to see how this animation looks when it's mirrored. So I'm just going to click mirror and let's see if it's actually working correctly. So if it's happening the other way. I see no difference whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it works perfectly fine in one direction. Yeah, because I've tried this before. I've tried using this mirror thingy and to my knowledge, it just didn't work at all. Like it made no difference. So I'm not sure. It says parameter here. I don't know. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to create a new animation for turnaround. So take this one and put an underscore and go R for right. Capital R. Okay, enter. Now we're going to duplicate this one. Put this one as L. Hit enter. Okay. Now we're gonna hit F. Now let's see this animation here. All right, it's huge. This animation is gonna play like this. Okay, so this is the turnaround from the right. Right now we want the left. So what we're gonna do is hit A to select all. A again. S. -1. So now I've reversed it. Now G. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, so this one goes in the opposite direction now. So Control S to save. Okay, now here, what we could do is we could do a blend tree. So we're gonna create this blend tree in state. Okay, so now this state has the turnaround animation, and if you click it twice. Oh, wait a moment. No, I don't think this will work. So I'm going to go back to the base layer. And how do I move this? How do I change this? Well, I think that turnaround, motion blend tree. All right, okay, no, that's good. It's working. Okay, so here we need 2 motions. We need 2 of them. Add motion field, add motion field. Now, one thing that we need to do before we do that is we need to go to our model here and check our animation. So we got turnaround. This one doesn't exist anymore, so we'll kill it. Now we're gonna add 2. One is gonna be turnaround L, and the other one is gonna be turnaround R. Okay, so turnaround R takes 8 seconds. Let me quickly change to walk and see. Oh yeah, it changed automatically. I thought so. So turnaround R. Now again, we need to reset them up. Original, bam, 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 apply. And now the other one. Original. Bam, bam, bam.
Bacon to pose, bacon to pose, bacon to pose.
Yeah, that's fine.
Original.
Okay, so we're done. So these are here. Now we got the blend tree. The blend tree has 2 motions. Watch, you don't know this. Focus. So you got turnaround L and turnaround R. And the value of turnaround L is going to be, I don't remember this. This is the speed. This is the threshold. So if the value is going to be 0, it turns around to the left, from the left. And if it's 1, it's going to turn around from the right. Now watch how this works. Look at this, right? So I'm going to slow it down so you can tell. Okay, so he's turning around in that direction, right?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, so that's because the value is 0. If you take this 0 and you drag it up, here, he turns around the other way. Do you see that?
I do.
Okay, so what we're going to have to do now is give this value to the blend tree. And I don't know that I quite remember. Here you've got blend too. Now I think you need to give it a parameter. So we're gonna create, oh, it's already here. So rename this one to walk direction. Capital W. Be consistent. Direction. What's it? Is direction. Direction. Okay. Yeah, leave it like this. So now, and this one is going to be walk direction. So if walk direction is 0, we're going left. If walk direction is 1, we're going right. Now bear in mind, in our game this is a bit different, so we need to remember this. Okay. And this is fairly simple to do. Inside our character controller, who is the one who decides when we get AI turnaround. Okay, now let's go back to here and find where we called it AI turnaround. So hit Control F. Okay, now AI turnaround is one of the ones we've looked for before. There it is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a small function just for this. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it before jump. Go just void and go turn around. Yeah, well, what are you missing? Yeah, enter. Yeah, save. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this stuff and cut it and put it, wait a moment, cut it and put it in the other side. So cut this and put it right here. Now copy this, put it over here, semicolon. Copy all of this, paste it here. Okay, now next, paste it here. Next, paste it here. Next, perfect. Save. Now we know this. What we don't know is which direction we're going. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna change AI turnaround, not to avoid, but to something else. It's going to give us a float. Okay, so we're gonna do this and call it float. AI turnaround. So the current direction is now produced. Okay, and we're gonna return current direction. Semicolon. Okay, that's perfect. Now we're getting this current direction, so the character motor can know it. Now here what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, okay, type float. Float. You have two hands. You remember that? Okay. Float. What was I saying? I'm saying float direction. Direction. How badly can you spell one word? Direction equals. Okay, so we got the direction, save. Now if there is an animator, one thing that we need to do before we set this trigger, we're gonna say animator dot, I mean you need to add more letters. It's the one time you need to type. Dot set float. That's the one. Open round. And now you want to type direction. Yeah. Lower than 0. Yeah, lower than 0f. Question mark. Wait, what are you doing? Question mark. Alright. So if the direction is lower than 0, we're going to return a 0. Wait a moment, this is stupid. Let's clamp it. Let's just clamp it. Do this. Math F, in French, math F dot clamp 01. One down. Tab. Open round. Close round. Okay, remove this. Save. Okay, so copy direction. Actually, no, it's already there. Close the round, semicolon. Save. So this, we may have gotten it exactly backwards. Yeah, I'm stupid. We need to tell it which one, and it's called walk direction, if I remember correctly. There. Copy this. Put a quote. Paste. close the quote. Close the quote, not the bracket. Comma. Save. I don't know why the extra space, but okay, save. Perfect. So this should work. Now we're going to give that walk direction this value. Now we have gotten it exactly backwards, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, we get it exactly backwards. Not too surprised. So these values we're going to leave alone. What we're going to do is we're going to, in here, in the animator, we're going to swap these. We're gonna, there. Try now. There we go. It's turning the right way. It's turning the right way. I like him there when they go like, I'm going to bounce into myself. Oh, look, and they're now uncoordinated, which is way better. Doink, 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 doink. We should put sounds for this. It's funny. Bonk, 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 bonk. Yeah, like random notes. Ding, donk, donk, donk.
That looks very funny.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, sounds good. So I think we'll be done for today. This is a decent enough thing. I quite like it. And we will see you again next time, when we'll probably just put in some sounds for fun or something. I don't know.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, or maybe some
Level
particle
design.
effects as well. I don't know. Nah, level design's too early. We still have to do so many things.
Like enemies and making him.
Yeah, making the main character as well. That's something we definitely got to do.